morning. My name is Jay Rosenthal, and I'm the Managing Director of Business of Cannabis. Welcome to the Cannabis Daily Show for Monday, March 14th, 2022. Since 2017, we've highlighted the companies, brands, people, and trends in the cannabis industry right here on Business of Cannabis. We'd love to hear from you in the comments, and please always feel free to visit us at businessofcannabis.com, as well as through all of our social channels, Twitter, LinkedIn, Facebook, and Instagram. And if you're watching on YouTube, please do subscribe. Some updates. March 30th, we'll be online for our retail series. We'll focus on how to get your cannabis retail store or dispensary ready for 420. Then we'll be back in New York City after a successful event last week. We'll be back in September of 2022 for Business of Cannabis New York. All the information is below, including if you want to be a sponsor, speaker, or just buy tickets. You can find that information in the description. For today's stories, Jones Soda releases cannabis gummies, sodas, and syrups. Congress overrides DC residents' vote to legalize cannabis. The Supreme Court of Canada is going to hear a Quebec home grow ban challenge, and more UK CBD novel foods applications are moving ahead. For our first story, Mary Jones is the new cannabis-infused brand by Seattle-based craft soda makers Jones Soda, which are delicious. This is from CNBC. So far, the brand features gummies, syrups, and sodas in 4 flavors. In February, you'll remember Jones announced it had raised $11 million and snapped up a Canadian shell company as part of its overall plans. The CEO of Jones Soda says we're a small player in soda, but we're going to be the biggest national player when it comes to a recognizable CPG name in cannabis. For our second story, the Harris Rider, which bans adult use cannabis legalization in D.C., sailed through the Senate and omnibus spending bill last Thursday, even though D.C. residents voted to legalize it years ago, this according to The Hill. The Republican congressman who supported it, Andy Harris, that's who it's named after. Democrats did try to eliminate the provision from the bill in the Senate, but Republicans did oppose it, so we will follow this closely. But it does follow the long list of things that D.C. residents get overturned without representation in Congress. For our third story, further north, but similar attacks on cannabis, a constitutional challenge to Quebec's ban on home cultivation is headed to the Supreme Court of Canada. This is from the Montreal Gazette. Under Federal Cannabis Act in Canada, individuals can grow up to 4 cannabis plants at home, but both Manitoba and Quebec have not allowed it. Now, last year, a Quebec Superior Judge ruled in favor of the challenger, but the province later won on an appeal, and now it's going to the Supreme Court in Canada. But the Justice Minister in Quebec says Quebec will always defend its jurisdiction. Those that know Canadian history will know that. But the law in question is to protect the health and safety of population, in particular youth. I guess because we all know that kids like to grow cannabis, it's really hard to follow that line of reasoning. For our final story, another 89 CBD novel foods applications have been approved by the UK Food Standards Agency. This is from Business Can. They'll join the initial 6 applicants that have made it through the delayed process thus far, but the process for these 89 is far from over. They'll next be assessed for risk, then they'll go through a risk management phase, and then they will enter the final stage. There's another 102 applications right behind them that the government is waiting for more information to be filed, or they will be rejected. So this is a long, tedious process that comes up a lot on the Cannabis Daily Show, so stay tuned for more. Those are the stories we're watching today. Join 10,000 others and catch all of these stories in your inbox every day at 7 a.m. Eastern with our Cannabis Daily newsletter. And for those keeping track, that was episode 46 of the Cannabis Daily Show. Thank you for joining us on YouTube or wherever you caught the program. And please do subscribe, and we will see you tomorrow.